What was your
Mhm.
mindset going into this year, knowing you got first runner up last year? I'm sure you had a little bit of expectation or hopefulness that you would get the crown this year. How did you prepare?
Yeah, so it's actually really funny you asked me that question because I was also first runner up as a teen the year prior to winning Miss Oklahoma Teen USA. And so there's sometimes a stigma around being a first runner up, and it does put a lot of pressure on you because the only other way you can get better in placement is winning. And so for me, what I really have to remind myself of is the reason why I'm competing, which is to beat the year previously of who I was, right? Become the better version of myself rather than competing with other people. And I know it sounds cheesy, but it absolutely is true. And what's really awesome is going into the competition weekend this year, I knew that I had already improved from the year before within myself. And so I already had felt like I had won at that point before even winning, because I was a better version of myself. I was in a better headspace and a better mindset. And regardless, life is super busy for me already. And so being Miss Oklahoma USA was just another blessing that was put into my life. And regardless, I still have a lot of things coming up on my plate. And so I just went into the weekend with peace, knowing that I was already better than a better version of myself than I was last year. And so I'd already won in my mind.
That's so neat. Thanks for sharing. Now, preparation isn't a whole lot of time. You're going from now, April, to August, just a few months to prepare for Miss USA. How will you be preparing?
Yeah. So it's 3 months. I've actually done the math and broken it down of how I want to do my preparation. But April, I'm going to kind of ride this out, enjoy the feeling. But I'm going to be making appearances throughout those 3 months to prepare for community engagements, speaking engagements. But what's really cool is I feel like preparation for a pageant or any sort of competition like this, there's no quote preparation in my mind because I want to be the same person I am on a day-to-day basis as I would be as Miss Oklahoma USA. So what I'm really trying to do in regards to preparation is be the best me that I can be. And that includes taking care of myself and doing those things so that I can show up for other people in the best way that I can. So I'm just going to integrate myself with all the events happening in Oklahoma and get to touch as many people as I can across our great state and then go represent us at Miss USA.
Yeah, we're excited to cheer for you. And hopefully, when you come to the Southwest Oklahoma area, we're able to capture some of those events and talk to you in person whenever you're here. That would be great. Now, you won Miss Teen Oklahoma USA back in the day. We kind of already talked about this. Now you're Miss Oklahoma USA. What does it mean to you to have both of those titles?
It's honestly so crazy to me. And what's really cool about all of this is a lot of times when you become a former title holder, you kind of feel like you're not a part anymore. But what's really awesome is that I can always say I was Miss Oklahoma Teen USA 2020. And now I can always say that I was Miss Oklahoma USA 2024. And what's so special about that is I get to leave a legacy, not only as a teen, but as a Miss. And what I'm super excited for is the ability to work with my teen. Her name is Megan Lanza, and she's Miss Oklahoma Teen USA 2024. So I'm excited to get to walk her through the process and give her any feedback or advice I wish I would have had as a teen. And I'm excited for her to conquer Miss Teen USA as well.
I bet she will appreciate all the advice you have. Now, how has pageants helped you as a young professional?
I think it's honestly shaped the entirety of who I am as a young professional. Being in pageants, not only are you putting yourself in front of a crowd of people, and you have to be okay with whether they like you or they don't like you. And so it builds a lot of self confidence and it builds a lot of discipline and structure into your life because you're preparing to put yourself out in front of a group of folks. And so that's prepared me, but also on the speaking side of things, it's really helped me formulate my sentences and be able to communicate not only with other young professionals in the environment, but also my team members who are between the ages of 16 and 25 and how to really relate to them. But then also on the flip side, communicate to young leaders or even those who are more experienced in the leadership environment. So communicating to both sides has been really beneficial.
Yeah, if someone's watching this, if the little girl's watching this and they want to do their first pageant, or maybe they've done a pageant and they didn't get a title, what would you say to them?
there's so much there's so much value in competing in a pageant whether you win or you don't win. And I know I keep saying this sounds cheesy because I know it sounds cheesy, and when you want something so bad it's a little bit frustrating when you can't achieve that. But what's so special is that you are still going to be you when you wake up the next day whether or not you have the crown. And when I became Miss Oklahoma Teen USA, I really kind of struggled with that. I woke up the next day and I thought it would be different, or I thought I'd feel different or I'd be different. And I'm still Danika Christopherson from Lawton, Oklahoma. I just had another addition to my life. And so being strong and confident in who I am today before even winning the title was super important to me, so that I knew that, this was my time and I could achieve it. And it was just an addition to my life, not who I am.
I think that's an important thing to remember for anyone doing things in life, is that it can be hard, when you lose, but also when you win, like you're on that high and then it's just like, what's going on now? Was there anything else you wanted to add that I didn't ask?
I don't think so. I think that was good.
Well, Danika, thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate it. And again, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Haley. It was great talking to you.